Hey, what's up guys? Today we're gonna have a look at the double 360 followed with an overhead front strike. In today's lesson, I'm gonna be using my graphite bow. This strike has a great visual element to it and some incredible speed. If I push the bow hard enough, I'm gonna generate a lot of rotational speed on this one. Let's break this down. So when I'm doing the double 360 follow with an overhead front strike, I wanna make sure that I'm having some nice clean footwork when I'm going through it. So the way I like to start this one when I'm practicing, guys, is I just bring the bow to my right-hand side. And as what I do, all I'm gonna start by doing is push the bow, bring it around, and I'm gonna catch it on the other side. It looks like this. I push, bring it around, capture. Push, bring it around, capture. Okay, so that's the first step. So the way I practice that one, guys, is I just come around and I spin. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm starting with the tip down, and then I come across, and I catch it when the bow is horizontal. Okay, so the next step, I'm gonna bring that bow back, I'm gonna spin it and catch. My next step is I'm gonna take my left foot, the one in the back, and I'm gonna spin around so that I'm facing the opposite direction, okay? It's like a 180 turn. And as what I do is I bring the bow back up to that right-hand side again, tip down, same position. I'm gonna spin it around and catch again, okay? So spin around and catch, it's the exact same motion. Then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step forward into my overhead front strike. Now, when I step into that overhead front strike, I wanna make sure that I'm landing it with power, okay? So I'm chambering that bow, okay? So I'm gonna spin and catch, spin, turn, spin and catch, turn. I'm gonna chamber the bow, and then I land with my overhead front strike. Now, if you guys will notice, when I'm landing with that overhead front strike, I slide that hand back just slightly while I'm keeping my back nice and straight for a nice posture, okay? I'm coming down and I'm snapping that wrist just to add that visual element and add that little extra amount of power into that strike. I'm gonna give you guys a different angle, okay? So again, I'm gonna spin the bow. It's gonna be on my right-hand side, tip down, spin and catch. I'm gonna rotate my back foot. I'm gonna spin and catch again. I'm gonna look over my left shoulder, prepare the bow as I chamber, and then I land with a power overhead front strike. Let's try that one a little bit faster. As you start to develop the muscle memory, you're gonna wanna go spin and catch at the same time, spin and catch, overhead front strike, okay? So all I'm gonna do is just try and increase the speed just a little bit now, guys. Spin, catch, overhead front strike. When I land that overhead front strike, I wanna make sure I have a really nice forward stance, just so that it can kind of add that little bit of polish to that technique. Gonna bring it around, spin and catch, strike, okay? If you'll notice, when I'm doing my spin and catch, I'm gonna spin it and grab it around. I wanna make sure that bow is perfectly vertical when I catch the first go around, okay? So I'm here, the bow is perfectly vertical. Catch, spin, get the bow perfectly vertical again, spin and catch. It's now horizontal. I'm gonna prepare for my strike, and I step into it with my right foot. This strike can be done with a lot of speed as we go through, okay? So let's just gradually increase the speed just a little bit. As you develop that muscle memory, guys, you're gonna wanna spin it across your body more quickly. Otherwise, you're gonna clip your leg, okay? So we wanna spin and catch, strike. Let's see how fast I can spin this bow. Now, is what I want to remember is I want to make sure I'm pushing really hard with my top hand, palm out away from the bow, okay? So if I do that fast enough, I'm really going to get some nice speed to it, okay? So I'm going to bring the bow up. That was a look at the double 360 followed with an overhead front strike. Hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. Keep training hard.